I'd like to throw in the fact that the neighbor mows the grass once every 3 weeks, and we're out here filming, so he's mowing the grass.
Thanks, neighbor. Right on cue, brother.
Right on cue, right behind us, as a matter of fact. All the free publicity he gets from our filming, I guess it's fair.
That's right. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Lavski YouTube video. If you haven't yet, check out our website, LavskiAutosandCampers.com. And if you're looking for a vehicle, 404-543-7606. Let's get right into it today. We have got our fancy scanner. We're working on our Durango. We're gonna see if we can get this thing running right. We've got a couple of issues, as you all saw last video, not necessarily running right. So we're gonna go ahead and fire it up, hop inside. Let's go ahead and hook the scanner up. We're gonna try and get some live data, whichever floats y'all's world better. See what we got misfiring and see if we can figure out why it's misfiring. Hopefully it's as simple as just some spark plugs or swapping around some coil packs. Guess we'll have to see. All right, we're establishing connection. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the hood. Jesse, you ready to hop inside?
Yep, let's go.
All right, what should I watch on here exactly?
Just misfire counts. That'll determine what cylinder and how many times.
I got oxygen sensor, I got short trim, fuel trim. Let's go ahead and fire her off. See what kind of rings we get anyways. Definitely got a little miss to it. Component test?
Yeah, that should be there.
Get some AC going.
Little diverter noise.
Now, let's go ahead and see what she pulls. We'll go ahead and buckle up for safety. As you see, we got random multiple codes, and we've got catalyst system efficiency below threshold. That's going to be based off our misfire for probably running too lean, I would assume. And we've got cylinder 1 and looks like cylinder 7 misfire. We'll just look at the live data real quick and drive it down the road and see what she does. We did completely flash the tune off of it and uploaded it so it wasn't overlapped with anything. And it started running good. Well, it started running too rich, then it started running good, and then back to misfire now. So not exactly sure what's going on. We've got a couple of theories of what could be going on, but again, we're not entirely sure. We're about to find out in this video. And we're also going to the drag strip tomorrow to do some very fun stuff, and I'm definitely bringing this to the drag strip. So we gotta get this thing running right. We're definitely gonna throw a AutoZone cold air intake on it, and whatever else we can do to get a couple more horsepower and cool noises, and hopefully she'll run good down the track. Yeah, I definitely got an issue on 1 and 7. Not running too bad. Running pretty good. What do you think, Jesse?
Yeah, I mean, it's pulling hard, so we get this tuned in, then we can, you know, look into smaller pulleys such as...
Yeah, and make some real power.
Yeah, things like that, injector size and fuel pressure.
And we could have an injector issue also. We're just hoping we can get away with maybe changing some spark plugs and swap around some coil packs and see what we got going on. A little jumpy on the shifts. Not bad. What do you think this will do on a quarter mile?
You know, these people are gonna roast me, but I'm gonna guess it's, you know, somewhere in the 12 to 13 second range. If it pulls out good and hard. Yeah. I mean, this ought to be a 600 horsepower setup with a Whipple supercharger, I would think.
I would agree with you. I would agree with you. I don't know about the time, because this thing is so big and heavy.
It's true.
Definitely on the horsepower side. I mean, it feels good, it feels strong. It's just, you can just tell that it's just missing just a little bit of something. Sometimes you can't even entirely feel it, which, you know, it's V8, so it's kind of hard. Let's go ahead and pull this thing apart. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, definitely got to pull off the intake. Everything is pretty easy, American cars. Looks like we got 2 8s or 2 10s on the coil pack. We'll have to figure out which one. Are they numbered already?
Yeah, you're gonna have 2 4 6 8 on the passenger side, 1 3 7.
And they're numbered as well?
1 3 5 and 7 on the driver's side. Yes, sir.
3 5 and 7?
1 3 5 and 7.
1 3 5 7. So 7's our last one?
And this is the same firing order as a Chevrolet, 1 8 4 3 6 5 7 2.
Let's get this intake out of the way and let's start pulling stuff. Let's go grab some tools and we'll check right in with you guys. All right, guys, we got some tools. Jesse's lucky today. He's behind the camera, farm boy. You're gonna have to watch me work. I guess everybody enjoys seeing me work.
I don't know if it's easy to do, sitting here watching you work.
Won't be fast, but it'll be decent quality.
We're looking for efficiency.
Jesse, again, we got 1
3
1 3 5 7. Okay, and our misfires are 1 and 7, so our misfires are on the right side of the motor. What we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna pull number 1, and I assume that one's gonna be number 2. So it's 1 2 3 4 5. No, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8.
Correct.
So we're gonna swap number 1 with number 2, spark plugs, and coil packs to see if our misfire transfer sides, and then just kind of go from there.
Process of elimination.
That's right.
If we swap those and our misfire on our computer shows that it goes to number 2, then we know it's an issue with those plug wires.
That's what we're gonna try and find out. All right, that was easy enough. Of course, that's gonna be a different size there. Looks like this is a factory intake box, which is definitely muffling our supercharger. This one I'm taking off is an aftermarket clamp here. So of course they're not gonna reuse the same size, because why would you do that?
Too easy.
All right, got that off. Got a little K&N sticker. Looks like a factory part number there. Go ahead and put that up. Bolt laying up here on the cowl.
Always a good sign. Extra pieces.
Guess the government didn't need that. No. Needed some weight reduction.
Government issue.
Another thing I'm looking at here, which I know you have to oil these filters. We definitely got a little bit of excess oil in this filter, in my opinion. You can see where it's stained just about halfway down. Airbox could definitely use a cleaning, but I think we're gonna go ahead and gut this today. So we'll go ahead and pull the intake out later on in the video. And here's fairly clean. Throttle body looks clean. If you want to get them a shot inside that throttle body, it looks good. Again, we are working on a 30,000 mile vehicle.
Shouldn't expect a whole lot of.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. Everything should look fairly good. You know, cross my fingers here. All right, so our coil pack looks like it's gonna be 10s. And right off the bat, this bolt on this coil pack is different than the rest. Fortunately, not a good sign. Maybe somebody's already tried swapping it. But yeah, nonetheless, let's see what we got. So, what size do you think they are, 10s?
Yeah, should be a 10 on the coil pack.
All right, Jesse is correct, they are 10s. Go ahead and grab that there. Got an electric tool, but we'll just manually do it. 5 seconds isn't gonna kill us. Man, I just feel like I've been working on cars every day. Been working on the Camaro. We got it all put back together. It was a good time too, also a low mileage car. It's beautiful when you get to work on cars that are low mileage and easy to work on. Okay, this other bolt is not a 10. We're gonna try our 8. Maybe it is a 10, it's not an 8 either.
We have Jefferson's Finest checking up on him.
Maybe they're spinning around, maybe they wanna come help.
Nope.
Got a lot of wiring harnesses running here, and everything's, of course, perfectly in the way. All right, looks like we got this one out. This is the bolt that they used, obviously not a factory Mopar bolt. Go ahead and pull the coil pack. Got that unplugged. Oh, that's interesting. So it's 2 spark plugs per cylinder, huh?
Yeah, Hemi 5.7s is 2 plugs.
Really? I did not know that. It's interesting. A lot of the older Mercedes V8s are also 2 plugs per cylinder. I didn't think American cars would be like that. No hate towards American cars, but. All right, moving along. Let's go ahead and remove that other coil pack and get it going. See if our box has a spark plug size in here. Where's our spark plug size?
Should be a 5/8, but I don't see a spark plug socket, but I don't necessarily.
Yeah, we can see. Let's try this out real quick.
As long as it'll pull it out, I'm gonna have to use a magnet.
Ain't no big deal at all. Yep. Oh, not very tight. Don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. We also don't know if this thing has got any bottom end work. Again, the 5.7 Hemis, they've got a stronger bottom end than the 6.4. So I wouldn't imagine that you would need to build the bottom end, but you never do know. Good Lord.
So let me know if you need a man to get hold of that.
This AC line is just right in the middle of the way.
Placed perfectly.
Placed perfectly. All right. Got that one loose. So you can see that one was a hell of a lot tighter than the other. And looks like we probably need to go grab a magnet, unless there's a way I can finagle this out of here. But yeah, we're gonna need a magnet. We'll go ahead and take apart the other side, and then we will get the magnet and continue on from there. This side is a hell of a lot easier.
Fuse box is probably perfectly in the way now.
Whatever that is there, I guess another addition.
I'm sure it was broke before you touched it.
Yeah, got a lot of lines running here. A lot of lines. Go ahead and get that loose there. Cool. One more.
I don't know if you noticed, but the coil packs are already marked. Someone's had them off and numbered them.
I do see that.
To replace them. And that may have been the original build, or it could have been chasing the same thing we're chasing.
Hopefully not, but you know how it is with our luck. Got this one last bolt to loosen. Got number 2 out.
There's no obvious damage to the coil packs, but
they look good. They look factory. The only way they've been replaced, they all look the same pretty much. So take that as you will. I don't know how I thought that was gonna work. Got some sort of aftermarket relay here. Actually, now that I look at it, we've got a lot of aftermarket everything. I assume this is hopefully all just for the police lights.
Yeah, you cover that back up.
A lot of wire in there.
We may have just not found it yet, but I would suspect that the headlights, taillights, and all have strobes of some sorts either.
Yeah, I just don't know how you would activate that.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Obviously, I didn't think this through on getting this back out. Let's go ahead and head inside. Let's grab a magnet and figure out what I'm gonna do here. Catch you guys on the flip side. All right, we got some more tools. I got a hat upgrade as well because it is hot as hell out here, and we're trying to make this work right here. Perfect. All right, got the extension out. Silly mistake. Newbie at this, you know. Ooh. That sucker is hot.
It's been in the head for a minute.
Go ahead and dive back down in there with the magnet. Attempt to fetch out our spark plug, or we could just use a spark plug tool, but perfect. All right.
It's gonna be very hot.
Let's take a look at what we got. I guess this is a good side, so that looks perfectly normal.
Yeah, and to read that plug, when you see it brown on the end, it's a little bit lean. It's more air than fuel. And when it burns really hot, when there's more air than fuel, it turns brown.
Gotcha. So running a little lean on this side.
Correct. Which is to be expected with a supercharger because of the air that you're producing.
Let's see what we got next. I'm gonna try this one out instead. Well, that just ain't worth the damn.
May not be a strong enough magnet.
This magnet end is just too damn big. I don't want to do any damage on this very end right here.
Yeah, there'll be a gasket around that valve cover.
Yep.
O-ring that you don't want to mess up.
Can do the spark plug tool. This one should be magnetic at the end. We'll put a small bit on it. Oh yeah, look at that. Maybe I had forgotten to loosen that one up, huh? Jumped the gun a little bit there. Well, it would help if you...
The magnet will never pull it out when it's still threaded.
That's right. Hopefully we see the same thing on this side. Again, this isn't our worry side. This is the side that's running good. No sort of reason to compression test either. Obviously tell the car is running good. Well, hopefully I don't speak that into existence. And we've got the same thing. This one actually looks a little bit even more lean than the other. We'll take that as a win. Moving back along to our other side. Ooh. Now, what do you think about that, Jesse?
It's definitely got carbon buildup. It's a lot blacker, so it's definitely, it's to be expected with it being a misfire. So it's not cleaning the plug like it naturally would, firing like it should.
It really doesn't look too bad though.
Yeah, it's not terrible, but for 30,000 miles and what you're trying to do, it's not great.
Moving right along. One more plug for this cylinder.
In a perfect world, a spark plug should have a lifetime.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's got quite a bit of carbon buildup. Oh, the end is missing. Not sure if you're aware, but half of that spark plug end is somewhere in the cylinder or the exhaust.
Now, what would cause that to happen?
I mean, there's going to be people that comment below and knows more than I do, but that's definitely a detonation issue, or it's...
Did something come too far up, or did it go too far?
It doesn't look like a physical, or mechanical break. It looks like it burnt through.
Well, this is definitely a reason for the misfire. This is 100% a reason, 100%. So.
That's going to be the misfire.
I don't think there's even a sense to swap. I think we can swap coil packs just in case, but we need to run to the store and get some plugs.
Yeah, we just need to put new plugs in it.
Let's go ahead and pull number 7 and see what it looks like. I think we're gonna, would it be 3 and 5? We're gonna leave those alone for right now because we don't have any issues with it. Number 7 looks like it is kind of a bitch to get to.
Probably an understatement.
Not looking forward to it. Let's see, let's grab some tools.
If it was in order, so like your firing order, Nick, is 18436572. So if you had a misfire on 1 and say 8, that could be bleeding through. Like 1 is missing so bad that the computer's bleeding over to a misfire number 8, but being 1 and 7 so
yeah, it's too far apart.
Yeah,
I could see that. I could see that. Grab this, grab our handy dandy 10 mil. Ratchet probably wouldn't hurt to have as well, and our magnet. Just excited to come along for the ride. All right, so to be frank with you guys, there's no good way to get to that. There's a bunch of, lack of better words, bunch of shit around here.
How are we looking in there? What are we working with?
So we're taking off one of the bolts. This one is the easier one to get to, so of course your boy's gonna start with that one. We'll leave the hard part for last, or usually for Caleb. Today Caleb is busy, fortunately. He's gonna, guess that would be factory, huh? Oh, okay, they slide out. The other ones didn't seem to slide out. I don't know if there's a little holder in there. Oh, yep. Look how nice that is to have. Speaking of our mechanic, hi Caleb.
Say hey, Caleb.
You love to see me work, don't you?
Never seen it before.
Carry on. When Caleb gets a pay cut, I will play that back right there.
If we start handing out termination slips, we'll record it.
There is no good way to get to that. This right here looks like it'll slide right off, so let's go ahead and just slide that off. Get a little better access. Look at that. beautiful. Again, not looking good. We've got another one of these on number 7. Somebody has 100% been in here, and somebody may have just been around to swap coil packs, because there's no way somebody left that in there.
What brand are those plugs, Nick?
NGK, so they're good plugs.
Yeah, they're. I wouldn't think those are stock. Somebody can tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think
Iridium. Are the Iridium the high-end ones?
Yeah, that's a good plug. It should be Mopar plug if it was the stock plugs.
Yeah. I don't know if you could run a Mopar plug with what's been done to it. And also today, the title came in on this, and I'm not going to say which county it is, but we finally found out where it's at. They do have a badass Camaro leering around.
Comment down below if you've rode in the back of this Durango.
Yeah, I think eventually we're going to try and contact them and see if we can get in contact with the original sheriff that was driving this. Was evidently a sheriff, so this was not Georgia State Patrol, so it was a sheriff driving. All right, looks like we got a little bracket that went on with that one, so throw that back. Number 7 looks good, looks original, looks like the rest. Just a little dirty. It's exactly what you want to see.
Is it labeled as well on the backside?
Yes, but it's labeled as
number 3.
Number 3. And this one was labeled as number 1. And number 7 is here, and number 5 is there. So currently the order was 1753. So somebody has definitely swapped packs around. Not a good sign. 3 was, I just pulled 3 out, right? So I'll leave 3 up here, we'll leave 1 up here. We'll leave them just like so, and 2 for that side. So that one's in order. So that one is 2, 4, 6, 8. And hopefully that is in order. All right, next up on the list, let's go ahead and get down in here.
For anybody working on one, it's not sure. Obviously you Google the firing order, but if you want to see if one's on the driver's side or the passenger side, it's whichever cylinder is closer to the front of the vehicle. Whatever cylinder is closer will be number 1, whether it's on the driver's side or passenger side.
It's a little difficult to get in there. Thankfully, this first plug was not super tight. Go ahead and pull the rest out by hand. Hopefully we see the same issue as the other spark plug. That way we know that we're not chasing another issue. All right, go ahead and pull this one out. And that looks like the first one we pulled on the other side, and in the same spot. So this was, if you're looking at the motor, this is the second spark plug for that cylinder, and those both look the same. So let's go ahead and pull the first one and see if the first one is destroyed like the other one was.
That one don't look terrible. That one's actually a little bit leaner.
I'd have to agree with you. It doesn't look bad. Not bad at all.
Guys, I apologize for the audio between the lawnmower and Caleb and the diesel trucks.
Fortunately, everything but the damn Durango is running in here. If y'all are interested in a truck, just got a new LMM in. As you see, guys, Caleb is getting ready for you guys. And if you're interested, 404-543-7606, definitely call. We have got plenty in the inventory. So you can see today is a little bit of a slower day, so we get to work on our Durango. So bad news, or also good news. That one is not broke off, and it looks
still very lean.
Still very lean, yeah, but not bad.
I'm guessing the first one looking rich or fat, carbon buildup, is because the second plug in that cylinder wasn't firing. So they're probably all reasonably the same lean, which I guess could be a fuel pressure injector or even tune.
So what do you think at this moment in time? Should we go ahead and pull the rest of the spark plugs on this side, or should we just go ahead and replace on these 2 cylinders and see what we're working with?
Those plugs, they look fine, other than the ones that's physically burn off. So, I mean, I think we're good to probably replace what we got, what we know is a problem, and see if it clears up. If it clears up, we're going to put a whole set in.
Yeah, I agree with you. So we'll go ahead and let's run to the store. Let's get 4 spark plugs. We'll put that side back together. I don't see a reason to swap coil packs, because obviously they've already been swapped on this side, so it is not a coil pack issue. And if it's not a spark plug issue, so we have injector issue?
One of them is definitely a spark plug issue.
100%, but we still have a misfire on the last one where the 2 spark plugs
could be an injector, yeah. We don't have a wideband connector, so we can't really check the flow of the injectors, but with your scanner, we can check the signal, the pulse, to make sure they're working. Now, whether they're flowing correctly or not, we can make sure they're firing.
All right, let's go ahead and remove this as well. Not a 10, probably an 8. We'll go ahead and remove this. We're gonna take this to the store with us and get our coal there either way. All right, the auto body looks great. Shown you guys earlier. No complaints there. Go ahead and remove this filter here. And this box has got, I think this just pops off. Yep. Cool, simple enough. So what we're gonna do next, guys, is we're gonna go ahead and run down to AutoZone, pick up 4 spark plugs, pick up a coal there, put everything back together, run it down the road and see how it does. Either way today, I've gotta go change the oil, so I will go down to the oil change here in town, get it changed out, and hopefully we start running right. Genuinely, when you drive it and it misses, it doesn't feel like a multiple miss misfire. It feels just like one cylinder could be misfiring, not two. So maybe that's not getting a good reading, or maybe that had a similar issue. Who's to know? So yeah, we're gonna run to the parts store and we'll see you guys back here in a little bit. All right, guys, we were pulling back up, just left AutoZone, got everything that we needed. Well, not quite. Quite, but not quite. So we did get a nice K&N cold air. I don't know how cold air is gonna be when it's summertime, but should be a lot cooler. And as you guys remember, this is our old spark plug. And as you can see, it is missing the end, which we hope has come out of the exhaust at some point in time. How long it's been like that or what happened, we're unsure. Unfortunately, they did not have these plugs in stock, and it was going to be a week before we got them. It was not going to work for us, so we got the next best thing, also NGK. As you guys can see, it is a different plug. You can see the part number is pretty close to the same, except at the end, it's got 11 instead of 13. Thread count's the same. So tell me, Jesse, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's going to work just fine. I think it's just a cooler plug. It's well where we need to be to see if we need a full set of plugs or not. If we do, we'll order what we want.
Interesting to see the distance here. I guess it's still going to make the same contact.
It will. It'll
inside.
fit. Yeah, it'll fit in there. And as you can see, this heat provided around that coil pack's not going all the way down. It's bottoming out before it gets where it's supposed to. That's actually probably the correct plug.
Is there a reason why they would run a Iridium plug in a supercharged car?
The Iridium's pretty common now. That's going to be an Iridium plug as well.
Is it? Okay. Yeah. That one just looks more advertised.
Right.
So let's get these in there. Let's get her bolted up. Get that intake on there.
We complained about the lawnmower, so they got the Bobcat out.
Go ahead and leave this old guy up here. Start dropping in some new spark plugs. Drop those down in there. Comment down below, have you guys been chased by this unit? Have you guys been in a hot pursuit with?
If you've seen this view in the rear view,
let us know. We're curious. We want to see if they caught you or not. Guess if you can't answer, that means you're probably still locked up. Now, how tight do you need to get the spark plug?
A good hand, a good ratchet tighten. You don't have to torque on them. There's a inch-pound or foot-pound baseline somewhere, but I don't know what it is. Just give it one hugga-dugga and let her go. Those new ones, I don't know if you noticed, they have a crush washer on them.
I did see that.
To seal off the cylinder, so you just want to snug that up. You can't over-tighten that, so you just want to snug it up good.
All right, let's see if I get that sucker out of my way for just a moment while I snug this up. What we should do is we should just go ahead and get one more itty-bitty extension on there. I think I had left it rolling around on the side.
I'd love to help you, but I don't see it.
Yeah, ain't no big deal. We'll just make it work the way it is. All right, that one is nice and snug. Go ahead and move on to the next one. We'll hand tighten it first, speed things up just a little bit. Just had a little more on the extension. It would be a lot easier to tighten up, but we're not working with magic here.
What's your plan on the coil packs? You're gonna go back with the ones that come off of them until we decide that the spark plugs was the problem, or you wanna go ahead and swap a couple?
I think I'm gonna put number 7 back where it was, and I will swap 1 and 2 just to see. We shouldn't rule it out just because somebody else may have misdiagnosed it. So I suggest we do that and see. Put in the spark plugs. I think ultimately, I feel like we have a fuel or injector issue. We may have the wrong fuel in here. I don't think this thing is tuned for E85, and it might be E85. I do feel like I did program a 93 octane tune, and I've always been filling up premium in here, so nothing's gonna happen when you run premium in a regular car. If anything, it just makes your fuel mileage better. But I think ultimately, if we do have a fueling issue that we won't notice right away because the spark plugs are fresh, so we're gonna get the best running time as soon as we start this up and drive it.
There's definitely a deeper problem. You don't just burn the end of a spark plug off.
Correct.
Could have been a prior issue. Could have been a timing. Could have been a tune. Could have been something.
It could have been me when I feel like I uploaded the wrong tune. I really don't have any idea. But again, I think it's gonna run the best right now with the fresh plugs if we have a fuel issue. And then once they get wore out, or not wore out, but once they get that carbon buildup on them and they're not making the best contact anymore, we may get the miss again, which we'll just have to see.
And I feel an extremely lean running plug will burn the end off. That's the reason you get that brown coloring, is the heat.
Okay, so currently we're gonna keep number 7 swapped. I've got number 1 here, so we'll swap number 1 with number 2. So let's go ahead and slide number 7 back in there, make sure it's nice and snug. Now, is there a reason that some motors run 2 spark plugs per cylinder? Is there something that you get out of that?
I really don't know.
Or is it just a design?
Just a design, and somebody can comment and give us the full rundown, I'm sure, but I'm not even sure why they call these Hemi motors now. I don't think they're the hemispheric head design that caused the initial Hemi name to the motor back in the 60s. So, you know, that may have something to do with it. I'm not sure.
All right, so we had this one here with this. So leave that there. We'll use this other bolt here to tighten up our number 7 coil pack, or the coil pack that is on number 7, I shall say. All right, we'll go ahead and plug this one in. Boom. We'll go ahead and mount this. Looks like a vacuum line is what this is, but we'll go ahead and mount it back up. This one's number 1, so let's go ahead and swap this out for
number 2, which we know number 2 had no issues.
Correct. We're in need of some cooler weather down here in Georgia, urgently. Today's not even that hot, but when you're working, it's always hot.
Yeah, we're not cut out for this kind of thing.
Get back into the office is what I'm ready to do. Not necessarily work, but.
And this is a Wednesday. If you've been trying to call me or Nick all day today, you can see what we've been doing.
Yeah, we're busy, don't call us. We're gonna take a quick break, get some water, check back in with our phone calls. We'll be right back. We just got this side to assemble, throw everything back together, intake on, and let's go take it down the road. We're getting there. Took a quick little water break. You know, me and Jesse, we ain't really cut out for this type of thing here. We're going back with these plugs here, right? This side wasn't missing, so.
And they don't look bad.
Oh my God, bro.
That scratch was already there anyways. You think they had the heads off of this thing?
It appears so. I mean, I see some work there around where the head gasket and stuff was that I don't think would have been stock, but it's possible.
We definitely need to figure out how to get this thing to strobe going down the drag strip.
Or highway.
Hey.
You know, I love the fact that I'm driving around in a Whipple supercharged Durango, but I hate the fact that every time I pull out, whoever I pull out behind practically stops. Like the speed limit's 55, we're gonna go 35.
Everybody gets out of your way on the highway though.
Yeah. Note to all the listeners, if I was a police officer and you slowed down 20 mile an hour as soon as I got behind you, I'm pulling you over.
I'm pulling you over.
For everyone watching this far and notice that Nick said he was done on this side, let's zoom in right about.
Where I didn't plug it in.
Yeah. Where that?
I said I think I was done.
Oh, okay, all right. Boy, that's her.
All right, I'd say that's quite snug. I wonder if that picked up in the audio.
So we're down to our checklist: airbox and test drive.
I guess I'm gonna need the 8 at least. And then I'll go back over and look at everything. Let's go ahead and put our new one on, Jesse. You are correct. If any of that picks up, this will be a hilarious video.
Yeah, I would scroll over and show everyone the hilarity, but I don't want to give any undue advertisement.
Looks a lot better with that intake.
And we obviously shed a little weight. We have a pile of extra parts over here.
It's always good. Weight loss is always good.
What are you trying to say, Nick? Yeah. We can just get a valve cover filter and put on there. You know, they look just like the can.
Yeah, a little cone filter.
Yeah, we can do that. Because all that is a breather for the intake.
We could always put the bottom part of the box on if you'd like.
It won't be filtered air. It'll be the same thing as just like it is for now, yeah. If there's any parts missing, Caleb lost them.
Correct. Caleb, if you're watching, quit losing the parts.
Told you that scratch was already there. I feel like there's something down in there that we are missing.
Got a feeling we're gonna have to dig right back in, so might as well leave the tools at a convenient spot. Let's go ahead and hop inside. We'll go ahead and clear these codes out. Give the computer a fresh start, fresh beginning, new life. All right, go back into the diagnosis, exit, correct. No, we don't want to exit. All right, we want to. That's just the sheriff under the dashboard shooting at me. It is running good right now. All right, we're gonna go ahead and erase codes, get rid of all this nonsense. That's all we should have done, we just had to clear it. Let's crank it up and see if that even cleared the light. Sure did. So it might be just a stored code now once we run it, and it. Caleb, if you're watching, I'm sorry about the scanner.
Caleb's not watching, he's not even subscribed.
Hopefully we'll be able to hear some cool noises. I guess we didn't even try that. Let's take a listen. That's new.
It's definitely a lot smoother.
It is way smoother. And it did not used to, once it warmed up, it didn't backfire, and we're still fairly warm. You can clearly hear the supercharger. It sounds amazing. Intake was a great idea.
Whose idea was that?
I don't know. lot of new noises.
And no flashing check engine light.
And no flash and check engine light so far.
Yeah, well, that would have done it. I think every time I pulled up.
It didn't feel very powerful there though.
I mean, we're still talking. I still believe we got smoother power.
I agree, it is definitely smoother, but it does not feel like 600 horsepower.
No, I would agree.
Shifted too early.
I mean, that's 100 mile an hour, so.
Speedometer is off on this by 5 miles an hour.
Really?
Yeah, 5 miles an hour faster.
I think we are definitely going in the right direction from the day we bought it.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's running good. I don't think this is going to do any crazy numbers at the drag strip, unfortunately. You don't think plugging in that computer mess with the tune, right?
No, I mean, you're not going to get into the tune file. I actually feel like that airbox helped the throttle response a little.
I agree. The cold air definitely helped. All right, so we just need to get a valve on that piece. I mean, do you think it'd be worth a shot to put some E85 in here? I don't think the police department was just running E85s.
Nah, I mean, I would think so. I mean, those plugs I don't think sit. I mean, I don't think those are mini E85 plugs.
All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to wrap up today's video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. That is it for the Durango video today. As you see, we've got it running smooth, so hopefully we'll be good for the drag strip tomorrow. Man, gorgeous looking car. I'm excited for what is to come. I want to put some lights on. I've got a bunch of ideas. If you guys have any suggestions, definitely comment below. And again, if you're looking for a truck, Lavski Autos and Campers.com. Check out our TikTok, Lavski Autos LLC. Call today, 404-543-7606. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.